Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone, who do well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and you Akim pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election sure, and to you few Aquath, which is the Aquath is you sisters that tune in and believe. Shalom, shalom to you. Okay, and this lesson was struck to me by a song called Tightrope. I'll just play it real quick by Steel Pulse. It's actually, a spiritual song too when you actually listen to it. I'm not sure if it's gonna allow me to play it. Let me see. If it does, call like Bashim Yahushua. Yeah. Let me just get straight to the point when he says that. So many mouths to feed, and if my word ain't good enough, just take a look and see. Hey, if this word is not good enough for you, man, well then just take a look and see. Just take a look and see. Right? You have the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone bringing out this word for so long. For so long, over 20 years, over 30 years. Okay? And now it's to the point where, man, if this word is not good enough for you, well, now just take a look and see. And this is biblical prophecy as well. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. So, at one point, the elders or the prophets were out there, giving you this vision through the mouth, right, through the words. Because when you read Luke, the first chapter, how does the Lord speak? Through his prophets, right? The mouthpiece of the Lord is the prophets. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will not tarry. It's like it. For an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And now it's speaking, right? Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. So now it's speaking. And how is it speaking? You people being able to see the vision without the prophets even out there on the scene. And that's when Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter and the 33rd verse is going to come to play, which I'll just get. I brought it on my last lesson. Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. You brothers should be familiar with that precept. And when this coming to pass, lo it will come. What is that? The prophecies, which I already have a couple lined up. Then shall they know a prophet has been among them. Then you're going to know that a prophet has been among you, because at first his word has gone out. And then the Lord is actually going to start doing this thing. Let me get this. This is Psalms 119 and 126. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. You guys did not give a fuck about this truth. Give a fuck about the prophets. Things, that the prophets were bringing out and tying into scriptures, biblical prophecy to show you how close the Lord is getting ready to come back. So now it's time for the Lord to work, right? Now all you got to do is just take a look and see, right? China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran are all investing in ways to nuke America. Joel, the 3rd chapter, right? Ezekiel, right, with Gog and Magog. If I'm not mistaken, Ezekiel 37 chapter, which is what? The Russians. Ezekiel 38, Salakia. Bang. Okay. The prophets, the elders, the apostles, they were bringing that out a long ass time ago, that Russia was going to turn their back against America. And China also. But now it's happening real time. World War III, investing in ways to nuke America. The elders have been saying that before this thing was even a thing, before World War III was even in the news, before you have these countries actually planning on ways to nuke America, Babylon the Great. When you read 2 Peter the 3rd chapter, what does it read? When you read Isaiah the 9th chapter, what does it read? Isaiah 9 and 5. When you read the book of Jeremiah 31, Jeremiah, just like Jeremiah 51, and really just second Ezra the 15 chapters, well, then World War III prophecies, right, on how Babylon is going to be destroyed is by what thermonuclear fire, the nukes, Revelations, right? Them stars. So this is 2 Peter 3 and verse 6, whereby the water that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Revelations 9 and 16, and you can read about the army in Joel the 2nd chapter. And the number of the army, the horsemen, were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw horses in the vision that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. This is talking about the ICBM missiles. He's trying to describe it the best way he could possibly describe it by the things that he knew at that time. Verse 18, by these three was a third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouth. Third part would be Esau. Okay, bang. China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran are all investing in ways to nuke America. Now you don't even have to read that to know that that's biblical prophecy, okay? Now you can just see, right? If our word isn't good enough, how about you look at this? The charagma. You have motherfuckers saying it's sin. You have motherfuckers saying it's an embargo. You have people saying it's this, that. No. It is this little device that's right here. A little thing, a little idol that's going to determine on who you worship. You worship on, you believe Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, Ba'Hashem in the name Yahweh Shai, His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Right? You're either going to believe on Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai for all your needs, for all your helps, for all your necessities, or you're going to be faithless and perish in believing in Esau, Edom, on him providing you with food, ways of buy and sell, protection, by taking this little charagma where you will not be able to buy or sell unless you have it. Bang. Prophecy watch. Father of the cell phone says one day we'll have devices embedded under our skin. One day phones will become devices integrated into our skin rather than a black rectangular slabs we become accustomed to, according to the inventor of the cell phone. Okay, I'm going to just get to this point right here. Several startups are developing technologies that seek to combine computers with the human brain, for example, such as Elon Musk's Neuralink. And this is where you get that forehead, right? I've seen them put it in their hands or in their forehead, that Neuralink. Showing you at one point, when the apostles and the elders were coming out and telling people that, hey, they were gonna have a sort of, device that was going to be put into your head, right? You will not be able to buy or sell this. You take it in your forehead or in your hand, right? Now what do you have? Neuralink. Let me see this. Neuralink, July 2016, and was first publicly reported on March 2017. Showing you that the elders are on point with the doctrine, right? Because when they were out teaching people this thing wasn't even existed yet. But what? They leaned on the prophecies. They leaned on what Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, had laid out in this book, Romans 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? At one point, they were just telling you it through word. One day you're gonna have a little device embedded into your skin or in your forehead where you will not be able to buy or sell unless you have that thing. That was 2000s. People were like, what the fuck? How are they gonna even? There's no such thing as something even invented for a forehead, okay? 2005, it's still not invented, okay? That's never gonna come to happen, right? Mocking and scoffing. 2010, still never happened, okay? How are we gonna have something in our forehead? 2020, Neuralink, C-hip this, digital that. No, dollar's losing its power this. We're getting ready to move into transition to a CBDC. The CBDC is not the Karagma either. That little device is going to be ran through the CBDC, but it's not off to use the CBDC. Say, they go cashless tomorrow, and they issue out, credit or debit cards. They issue out debit cards that are ran through CBDCs. You can still use them, and you don't have the Karagma. The Karagma is that little device that's either going to be put into your forehead or into your hand. Okay? Right? For what if some did not believe, shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect, mocking and scoffing all the way to 2023, where this is trending, where you had this Moabite lady, a Chinese lady, have a little thing in her hand where she was able to make transactions, able to open a car and keys, and what happened? They shut her shit down where she wasn't able to do nothing. And that's Esau, Edom, sitting in the seat of God. Verse 4, God forbid, yet let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings. And now the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone write, because we entered into their labors of work. We didn't just wake up one day and knew all this. No, we give double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who have the 100% doctrine and truth according to the scriptures, right? Now they're being justified in their sayings, and might as overcome with our judge. And the scriptures say to honor them because they watch over you. And what profit do they have if they don't tell you the truth? Technically, in the book of Timothy, if I'm not mistaken, right? For they watch for your souls. So they're the ones that, have really been, talked down upon, scoffed for, those years and shit. But now what? Now you can just take a look and see, and all that shit is happening. That's when that wandering from sea to sea looking for the word is going to happen. Bang. Next article. In order to have a tolerant society, the elite believe they must be intolerant of all dissenting views. And what is this going to usher in? Famine of the word. This can bring in blackouts. This can bring in, sedition among men, right? Because this is attacking everybody that is going to go against the NWO. And a lot of people are actually against the New World Order. No one wants to take a little device in their hand. But nonetheless, it's biblical prophecy that Esau, Edom, is not going to be able to perform his plan or his enterprise all the way he wants it. Right? In the book of Job, the 5th chapter. And the scriptures also say that he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So he's not going to even be able to fully implement his New World Order. So Esau already lost. But nonetheless, this is biblical prophecy. This is also going to usher in the famine of the word. When information becomes a threat, even thinking the wrong thing can be dangerous. How are they going to track your thoughts? You guessed it, by that little device. I have heard the word misinformation uttered in the same sentence as terror or terrorist countless times. And who are going to be the main ones that they're going to look out for? Us, the Israelites, the men out there in the highways and the byways, exposing Esau and his plans, exposing what he has going on for you, Jakes. Telling you that if you take that little device, you're going to, be destroyed, and you're going to have a nuke waiting for you at the end. You think they want to hear that? No, man. They want an obedient man. They want an obedient man that's just going to follow anything these elites tell him to follow. right? Because if Esau tells us to go left, we're going right. Right? When you read the book of Isaiah, the 31st chapter, woe unto you. Let's get it. Real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, the 31st chapter. Woe to them, which means destruction, that go down to Egypt for help. This is you going down to these elites and taking that little device because you didn't have enough faith that the Lord was going to protect you. Let me get this. Second Ezra is the 15th chapter. No, I think it's the 16th chapter. Salakia. Let me see. No, 15. I think I already have it pulled up. This is Second Ezra 15. You can even read it in Second Ezra, the 9th chapter. This is Second Ezra 15 and verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. This is why this is all happening, man. We're at the end. We're at the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom. Second Ezra is the 6th chapter. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Everything's in line. Now you have the talks of, let's get this, senators issued satellite phone. Get ready for sedition among men. CBS News or Washington Times, whatever you want to, whatever people rely on. Yahoo News, Newsweek, Market Watch, Tech Times, whatever you believe, man. Senators issued satellite phones as security measure. Let's search up what satellite phones are for. Real quick. Yup. Satellite mobile phones can help maintain command and control functions during an emergency when existing communications networks are not functioning. These phones are designed to be relatively rugged and simple to operate, but are more expensive than cell phones to buy and use. So what are they getting ready to usher in? Some blackouts. Okay. And you never know, man. They just might black out certain parts of, the world and leave main cities, like the 15-minute cities, lit up just to push you into them places. But nonetheless, if our word is not enough, you can just take a look and see. Open up a news app and you're going to be able to see what type of time we're in. This is Ezekiel, the 12th chapter, and I'm going to start at verse 22. Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? At one point, the days were tarrying, right? So Jake didn't believe. They were mocking and scoffing about the charagma, that they were going to soon implement a sea hip into people's hands, or that World War III was ever bound to happen. Russia was never going to turn their back against America. But now what? It's happening, right? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. Hey, hold up. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but saying to them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. There you go, and you can read down. We're at that point. You don't even got to just, hear us out, right? Now you got brothers bringing out articles and showing it to you in front of your own face. So if you can't see it, the Lord has blinded you. Let me close out with this precept in the book of Matthew, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear, man. You should easily be able to, of course, talk through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that we even believe, that we even understand, that we even follow the right doctrine, okay? So nonetheless, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushua for opening up our eyes and, making these things plain unto us, because the scriptures say this. Let me close out with this, Salakia. Because really, it should be plain to you. Sirach 39:24. As his ways are plain unto the holy. When you go into holy, it means separate. So are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. So if you just can't seem to get this, man, it just means you weren't part of the elect. Okay? A reprobate. When you go into that word reprobate, let's get that. Yo. This is Romans 1:28. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Which is why they believe that anything they, which is why they have all these vices. So, like, that's really what I wanted to say. Which is why they really have all these random ass vices, things that they just can't let go, and man, all types of weird shit. Because they don't care about the Most High, man. They just simply don't. Reprobate, a sinner who is not of the elect. So with that, I want to close out.